here in New Orleans.
Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Let's go on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And some space here. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Bengals 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Hill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Hill on 3rd down. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Throwing
now. Burrow on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Morgan. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On one, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion comes the tight end left. Third and 2, now Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 17 there and a New Orleans first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On first down, it's Hill. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 27 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. It's Mixon on the counter. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Buying time to his left. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. They go play fake, and it's Hill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Open man is Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
He's got him in.
grab, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. The Bengals drive about to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. After the sack on first down, Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hill eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hill now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To throw is Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lots will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Hill. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 49 yards.
And the Saints are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged out there, play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's got Hurst as tight end.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
In motion left goes Boyd. Again, it's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on the last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A very solid gain of 27.
Good for a Saints. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2, Hill. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will take a knee here.
Here we go.
And they take a knee.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Saints, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.